graduated from Westmoor High School in '95. I was captain of the football team all 4 years that I went to that school. I had dreams and aspirations to go to Cal Berkeley and play football there, or LSU was my other school of choice. Those dreams weren't, fulfilled. I didn't have enough scouts coming to our games because we didn't really win that many, so it kind of hurt a little bit. But it still taught me, even though we lost, we still had pride. We called it Westmoor Ram pride, actually. But the point I'm trying to make is I was disciplined. I was able to use football as a guide to get through school, like everyone said. I ended up going to CSM, College San Mateo, where I was also a captain of the football team there too as well. Now I'm just a Daly City resident. I have a 13-year-old son who I would like to see play football next year for Westmoor rather than going to El Camino. But ultimately, I believe football made me who I am today as well. I'm a store manager for Verizon Wireless in Daly City, Westlake. So, without football, I don't think I would have really got to the leadership that I have and stuff like that. So, I definitely am hoping and praying that you guys can do something about getting football reinstated back at Westmoor.
Thank you. Up next is Mr. Arnaldo Concepcion.
Good evening. I graduated Westmoor in 1995. I played with Dela Cruz, their nephew DeAnthony Lowe, and just pretty much here to just give my own personal testimony about me attending Westmoor. I wasn't really going to play football, but there was a lot of trouble around the area with my race and everything like that. And the first day of school, something went down with, and then I had to make a choice. Either I join a gang for protection or do something. But my parents wouldn't let me play football, but I told them, this happened at school, I need my own gang. So that's why I joined the football team. It was my positive gang. So we watched each other's back in a positive way. Like J.O. was saying, taught me a lot of discipline to who I am now. I'm a father of 2 kids, and I use that discipline to teach Mike. I coach soccer. I use what I learned at Westmoor Football to coach my children. And Morosi has a good argument because Westmoor's statistics in academics is doing pretty good. But statistics that we don't see is how many kids after school are doing drugs. How many kids after school is having intercourse because they have time to do anything. How many kids are stealing? How many kids are getting in trouble after school? That's what I would have done if I didn't play football. After football, I got encouraged to play basketball. And, I kept my grades up, some of our football players, we helped each other with our homework. We were our own team, And my junior year is the only year I didn't play football. If you look back on my transcript, my grades went down because I had more time to do other things other than concentrate on, going to practice and doing work. But I encourage the board to insist football because there's a lot of statistics that we don't see outside of the school, what happens after school. That I believe that's my argument here. Thank you.
Up next is Miss Janet Ronson.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the board. As an alumni of Westmoor High School, 1979, yes, I go way back. Back in '79, one of the highlights of Westmoor High School and attending Westmoor High School was football. Not only did we have great academics there, we also had a great athletic, program. And I believe that football, as a lot of the gentlemen have spoken, they made all their good points. And I know I have to commend Mr. Morosi because he does run a tight ship at Westmoor. Okay, you have a great student body. you have great test scores, you have, great athletics, but why not have a great football team? We could have football there, he can have it all. He's got bragging rights on how good his students are, so there should not be any worries about, football would attract the wrong type of students here at Westmoor. Unfortunately, I happened to be at a PTA meeting when another parent had brought up the issue of football, and the question was raised, why don't we have football at Westmoor? And verbatim, was said, one of the reasons which kind of stuck to me and I didn't appreciate was that football would attract the type of students that we don't want at Westmoor. Now, why is that? We have, in order for a student to be, participate in any type of sports, they have to have a certain grade point average. Without that grade point average, they can't play. So now, and if the concern is that type of student, or problems coming to Westmoor, he runs a tight ship. As he says, we can recognize our students by the way they behave. So anybody else that's causing trouble, we would recognize that once. He also spoke highly of his security team. So now, while he's speaking highly of the security team, there really shouldn't be a problem because he has a great security team that could control, who could do damage control prior to anything, hopefully. I mean, all eyes can't be at one place, but, you can keep them in the loop on that. So basically, I'm here as a Daly City resident, part of the community, and I have a child who also attends Westmoor High School. We would like football back. She's also in band, and many of her friends are cheerleaders who, I think they too would benefit from that. So.
Thank you very much.